Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Star Wars: The Clone Wars. We're watching chronological order. We are on 123.
4.
Damn. We had a heck of a post-talk last episode, guys, so go check that out if you missed it.
The Martez sisters.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm genuinely more invested and more interested than I was the first episode. And the first time I watched it.
They made it a little more personable.
Yeah, I think, and because I am older, I'm over, like, I think when I watched it, I was like, all right, I need to get to the good stuff. What's going on? Now I was just allowing myself to submit to the story that they intended. Yeah. I appreciate now for what it was.
I feel like we've been so awash with Arthurian fucking round table version of Star Wars, like the high romance, that when you get the gritty, low level shit and it's done well, it's nice. We've praised Andor enough. Yeah, I don't want to beat that drum anymore right now, but like that kind of show, Ahsoka, she's stranded more or less and trying to make her way after spending her entire life in the Order. Yeah. And it's like what she's saying, like, I legitimately have no fucking plan. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you guys don't get hurt. And we got to see like her instincts still, but she hasn't made a way for herself. She literally just went from one melting pot, one fire to another. Yeah, and like we saw like air traffic control or Star Wars air traffic control. Lauren, like, what the fuck are you doing? And like that Ahsoka Anakin moment, that was like a very touching moment. It was. Yeah. Yeah, we got to go to Kessel. We got to see that again after Solo did such a good job of portraying it. It was cool to see like the royalty that is in charge of that. So Dave gave us another side of it. But they are, like I mentioned it before, how the fucking Pikes are so different looking compared to other aliens. Ithorians look pretty different. Before we jump in, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. We have the full-length uncut reactions. It's the final season, so you might want to jump over there. Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Who you were does not have to define who you are. Yeah. Yeah. I think it still kind of does, to a certain extent. Yeah.
I never figured when I took my ship out for the first time, I'd wind up in a place like this.
You dumped the spice. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't taken the job with the Pikes.
If she doesn't dump the spice, we finish our job and we're already gone.
Literally right.
The Pikes turn spice into something that ruins lives. You can't profit from other people's suffering. Or at least I won't let you.
Will you listen to this? We got a regular Jedi here.
What if I was?
You didn't tell her, did you?
Tell me what?
About why Trace and I keep our distance from the Jedi. A couple of years ago, there was a prison break on the surface of Coruscant. Where you live, some gangster named Zero. Then came the Jedi. We watched, like so many others, some red-eyed alien protecting Zero blasted the engine of an ascending cargo transport. The ship went spiraling out of control. There was a populated landing platform right in the path of the ship, but the Jedi steered it clear of that, right into the portal wall. And on the other side of that wall was our home.
Mom and Dad saw it coming. They got Raph and I out, but they weren't so lucky.
That really does just sound like an accident. And it sounds like they didn't want to like crash it on a landing platform where there's people.
Like to see the people.
Yeah.
She was beautiful. Dark robes contrasting against her light green skin. Penetrating eyes. She looked at me. And you know what she said? I had to make a choice, but not to worry. The Force will be with you. Then she was off, and Trace and I were left without parents, without a home, just left there to find our way in their system. I've spent every day since building a new life for me and Trace, and it's about us, not depending on Jedi, or these criminals, or anyone else.
It just sounds like a bad tragedy.
We make our own rules, and we survive just fine. That is until Trace let you tag along.
I'm so sorry.
It is. Come with us.
Which one?
Rafa.
You're not touching her.
She's right. Take her instead.
Jesus.
Trace! If I die, you get the family business.
But I don't want the family business!
Well, it's yours anyway.
It's like I die. Zach, you get the YouTube channel! What do I do?
I don't know a goddamn thing about this shit. Look at that motherfucker.
Hey, if you want to know the truth, pain really doesn't help me focus. I think the people on Kessel scammed us.
That looks awful.
It's like Snake, man.
And that isn't
Lost torturing him?
I barely remember that.
Since that day, it's really been us versus everyone else until you showed up.
So why'd you bother with me?
It's something my mother would have done. She always believed in helping others. This life I have, it's not how I was raised. It's how it is.
What did you do to her? Don't make them mad, Trace.
How about they don't make me mad and tell me what they did to my sister? Let her go!
Come on,
Make
Ahsoka.
sure Rafa's okay!
Just seems like a bad deal, Zach.
It's a very bad deal.
Look at that hunchback.
I know.
The quasi fucking
Crippled
moto.
ass Joy they don't want to fix.
Good move, kid.
Fuck!
What a funny. He'd be dead.
Yeah.
But, you know, you go down fighting, it's great. She kind of fell in like Han. If she hadn't, I'd feel terrible.
Gonna get one shot at this. Rafa,
How'd you do that?
it wasn't me. I think there was a power outage, and the energy field turned off. Let's go get Trace.
You're really booking it ahead of that other one. Balls.
Hey, let us out.
You figure those things won't be that easy to open. Man, they want to kick some ass. They want to riot. Think of all the prisoners who just want to riot.
I know, they're fucking pissed off.
Not concerned about themselves. They just want to riot.
Are you crazy? I could have shot you.
You gotta be kidding me. We came to rescue you.
No! I was on my way to break you two out.
Come on!
Maybe shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a Han Solo shot. Open the blast doors.
Close the blast doors. Open the blast door.
You just gave him cover, right?
Well, yeah, but you also blocked the fucking path.
Wilhelm scream. Shit.
Trace, careful!
You see that? Come on, Ahsoka!
If you can't make it, Ahsoka, we'll be back for you. Let's get out of here. She won't make it.
What a bitch.
Just leave her.
Wait, where'd she go?
She didn't make it. That's terrible.
Ahsoka!
That's terrible.
I'm here.
How'd you do that?
I'm more athletic than I look.
That's not
We
normal.
don't have time to discuss this.
In this world, you have to assume, like, with the species.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you ain't gonna fucking see a Jawa do that.
Fuck no. This balls. We just turned it on and we had hold of it. Oh no. It's a nasty way to go. Motherfucker would have been cut in half.
Yeah, he would have been. But that is a nasty way. That's one of the nastier ways to go in this show.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy. You'd think these pikes have never pulled a fast one or had a fast one pulled on them.
This is what happens when you get into business with criminals.
When you're trying to make a living, you don't really think of the possible torture or execution part of the deal.
The Pikes aren't gonna let us get off this planet.
Fine. Ahsoka, you seem resourceful. You go disable the gates while Trace and I distract the guards.
That must mean you think disabling the gate is the difficult part.
Yeah.
Looks like you two are getting along better.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving.
Must be when you decide to get that haircut.
We were talking last night. It can look right on the right kind of girls, but it doesn't look right on all the girls.
It's not my thing. Like,
It just depends. Like I said, I'm not gonna say there's not a woman out there that can't look good in that haircut. It's a big fucking world, Shane. But if every woman in the world had that haircut,
like the hot girl from Game of Thrones, who was like the night.
that's so helpful.
Okay, like
Which one?
she was like the prince. She was like the queen who was married to one of Cersei's kids, the one who killed himself, and
Oh.
I think she had the gay brother. She got that haircut, and she's good looking, but she looks better
Well, she doesn't have the right look for it. Literally pulling him out there to get shot.
Slick stuff, though.
Wait! No!
Wouldn't that be... You'd be so bewildered.
Yeah, but what the fuck?
I don't believe it. I think I see my ship.
You might be cut out for this life, but I'm not sure about Trace.
If she doesn't want to be involved with the jobs I do, she can say so.
Do you think she'd say no to you?
No.
You're her sister. She'd never think you don't have her best interest at heart.
What's in this for you?
Hey, got any credits? I need something to eat.
Do I look like I have credits?
Well, if you didn't, I wouldn't be asking.
We're busy right now.
You're drunk.
Get out of here.
Fucking drunk. Get out of here.
He's gonna rat on him now.
You never answered my question.
Yeah.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what. I guess it's just who I am.
I knew someone who used to talk like you.
Yeah. Trace told me.
Don't know.
Just trying to do what's best.
Dude, just get on welfare. Don't be a criminal.
The guy's like, God damn it.
You guys got any credits?
No, get out of here.
Are you looking for them?
Have you seen
They didn't have any credits either.
Worth to you.
Want a
There she
goddamn
is.
meal.
The angel is parked on one of the landing platforms.
Forget about your ship.
No! I just finished putting the silver angel together.
And if you're smart, you'd want to live to build another instead of dying to get the one you've got.
If we leave my ship behind, you're buying me a new one.
As long as I'm alive to fund one, I'm good.
There they are.
Bastard.
They're always playing like every version of that guy I think we've seen has been some shithead. Hey.
This Peter! There!
Hey, it looks great here, man. Like, you were going like slowing down to like 15 miles an hour. I always love shadowy people doing this. Like the Changeling in Attack of the Clones. Who is that? You know?
What do you think? I'm not sure. It could be the Jedi I met on Karlak, but if it is her, what is she doing here? Her presence could compromise our mission.
They definitely look like owls.
Perhaps. But don't forget we have a common enemy. Let's keep track of her. She could be of use to us.
You cost me thousands of credits. And then you tried to cheat me.
We wouldn't have tried if we didn't think.
Silence! Kill them, and let's move on. Your little friend is still in the city. I'll torture her and find out everything we need to know.
Yeah, at that point, gangsters wouldn't care. They'd just be concerned about the reputation.
Now, execute them and be done with it.
This is not the way I saw this job ending.
That is cool looking. Where the fucking the Trandoshan
Yeah,
redneck
the
fuckers?
thing, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of close calls.
Let's go, Rafa!
I've had enough of this planet.
I knew keeping them in the open would draw you out.
Smart. I'm shocked. They're going back here.
I know. We've already been here and seen it.
How about we do a job for the great Mark Krim?
You didn't get it right the first time, Martez. Why would I waste any more time with you?
What? You planning on torturing us again?
Until you give me my spice.
Sorry. I never should have taken this job.
I couldn't apologize.
Live and learn, Rafa.
Well, I mean, I could. But
Yeah.
if my sister dumped it.
For how much longer?
It's a cool shot, though. That's
Yeah.
good.
Guys, that was a reaction. I liked it.
I liked it, too.
As much as the second episode, or in some ways a little more.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I don't normally like when you have a repetition in terms of...
Go back to the jail cell?
Yeah, going back. Basically, the examples are going back to the jail cell. Like, you've already seen it. You've already been there in the story. To have to draw back to that, it gave you the shot at the end, which is a plus. But at the same time, the audience has already been there. So I feel it's kind of redundant and bad storytelling. So
yeah,
we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's
I mean, like I guess I imagine
if it took them to somewhere else, but they still captured them. That to me, I feel like visually that needed to be done.
If they can tell a story, like, I mean, which I imagine, like, the Night Owls get involved and it will be cool.
Yeah.
But I guess to me, logically, I feel like they would have executed them or they would have started torturing them. I mean, it wouldn't be something that they would leave till later.
Yeah.
Like, it would be priority one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Pikes, they do have, like, a vast empire, but it's still, like, locally, it would be, the local guys here would be, it would be priority number one.
Yeah. And so to me, I just feel,
Yeah, to me, that's my criticism of that detail, which I imagine they...
Well, to me, it's okay. You take them somewhere else. Like, in terms of visuals,
yeah,
do something different. Because the audience has already been here visually. It's not really a turn-on to just see, oh, hey, we're back.
It's like the Wind Waker. It's like you're back in jail.
If there's a movie...
And it's like, why do you...
If there's a movie or a game and there's some humor in it, you can pass it. It's passable in a humorous way. Like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
right back where you started, even because you're a fuck up or you fucked it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a serious, story that I feel that it's just like, okay, that they broke out, they had this daring escape, and then they lost it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, we just got to see them pull a jailbreak that was unsuccessful.
Yeah.
And here we are. Like, you could have told that episode then to me, like, instead of having another episode on this, just you could have combined. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, it's... Yeah, you're right. You could have. I guess the only thing I can really call back was, like, how have the characters changed? Like, how did it change characters? And
well, it brought...
And
what's her name
will
to
it change?
Apologize.
Yeah, like, would it change, like... They're going to get a redo. And are they going to be changed versions and better versions of themselves? I imagine it's...
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You are right.
I imagine, though...
I just feel like... I in terms of visual media,
you want it to look different.
It needs to look different, in my opinion. I feel like when you are repetitious, it's bad for visual storytelling. In certain ways. Like, I understand there's repetition to visual storytelling because you're showing the same person over and over again, and a lot of times similar scenarios. But in terms of like story plot scenarios, like Snake can't keep getting tortured over and over again. Snake can't keep getting caught and thrown in a jail cell over and over again. Like, it's not what drove that story. And then, with talk about Zelda with Wind Waker, where you're getting thrown in the jail cell. It's funny because you're frustrated.
Yeah.
It's cartoony.
Well, and they want you to try again. They want you to overcome an obstacle.
Yeah.
And they can't change the obstacle too much because
Zelda,
it would mess up the gameplay.
Yeah, and Zelda's not the, in terms of story-driven games, the forefront. No. It's not. It has. I like the story of Zelda.
It's a great simple story.
But it's a simple story. But it's not like Metal Gear. It's not convoluted. It's not Death Stranding. It's not fucking Final Fantasy. It's not Mass Effect. It's not something that's like that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful for its own reasons.
Yes.
And so there's a comedy. Like, fuck, I'm in the goddamn jail cell again. And these rats are running around and shit. And, there's something to it. So that's my biggest gripe. It's not that big of a gripe.
Yeah, because it was like the last 10 seconds.
But it's the last thing you see. So to me, it sticks with me.
No, I get you. I imagine plot-wise next episode, it'll be... They'll have learned...
They'll redeem.
They would have learned from this breakout failure.
Yeah, because like I said, the greatest takeaway is, what's her name?
Rafa.
Was it Rafa? I want to say Rava, but that's from something else.
Yeah, she is sorry. She's been humbled. But still, I'd be thinking, wow, if everyone just did what I wanted them to do, then it would have worked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess
because there's lots of times there's things I want to do, and then one person doesn't do their job or doesn't do what I want them to do or said they should do, and then it gets fucked up.
I agree, but I also have lived enough of a life to know that that's not how life works. That's not how people work. Like, if you want just good soldiers around you, I feel like, how are you ever going to have an engaging conversation with people that are just like drones? So to me,
I don't mean
like
my friends. I mean, like, if I have a plan, or like if there's something that needs to be done for like a goal.
But that's the way I look at it. Like, people are not a linear equation.
No,
they're not A plus B equals C. They're like A plus B, and you think you're going to get C, and you get fucking X.
Why are you the way that you are?
You know what I mean? Like, there's just too many variables in the circumstances with people. So unless they are, like, you have very common goals, you know what I mean? Like, even then, like, things can get fucked up in the details. So
the only thing I'm sorry about is sorry that I brought my sister.
yeah, she fucked up just by dragging her sister through the mud because she wanted to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to, if that was the case and you were so altruistic, you know, that you would be the one making the sacrifices and you'd leave your sister the fuck out of it.
I think she wanted to, but not maybe for moral reasons, but more for competency reasons.
Maybe so, but like dragging her into it, like find another pilot or call the job off.
Yeah.
Or
pilot yourself.
If you're
How
not,
hard is it?
If you're not ready by any means, like if the only plane you have is that,
is it equivalent to getting your CDL in the real world?
My plan,
because I could have just drive a semi because Zach backed out of a plan.
Yeah, my point though is that these fucking people, you don't have any other options. Like, you go into this thinking, okay, well, I got this one guy, I'm going to get this fucking plan done. You're interstellar travel.
Yeah.
Not interstellar, I guess, but it's...
Because it's the same
it's not intergalactic. Yeah, but it's you're traveling around intergalactic travel, and you have one guy, and they back out. What the fuck else were you planning? Like, were you always planning on your sister backing you up and dragging her into the shit?
I think she fires by the hip. Like, she got a job, probably took it quickly. Probably put the plan together quickly. Probably hired the pilot quickly.
She does. Yeah. That's my point. This is a bad thing.
No, ultimately, she shouldn't have. Yeah. You know, it's funny because when I see it from their point of view, I mean, Ahsoka was a little better in this episode, but the last episode, like, man, I'd be so annoyed. You know what I mean? I like the action. Once again, the animators were able to flex how far they've come, so it's always like a visual delight. I mean, I literally didn't remember anything about this arc, so it was cool to like the night owls are here, you know, and they're prominent.
Amy Sackhoff, right?
Yeah, Katie Sackhoff.
Sackhoff.
Yeah. She does, and
she's a looker.
Yeah, and she does play, you know, a prominent role in Star Wars, and you'll see her
that nice MILF look going on right now.
She does, doesn't she? I guess people love her in Battlestar Galactica too.
It's funny because she actually she addressed how people were talking about her ass all the time.
Well, she said, like, they either fucking hate me or they want me to sit on their face. Yeah, which is funny. I'm genuinely interested in how it's going to resolve because I don't have a clue. Except I know Ahsoka lives.
Yeah, obviously.
Did you know that after the Clone Wars, I know you know she lives, but after the Clone Wars, there's like an unresolved... When you watch Season 7... You don't know anything about Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. Well, we are, and I know you know she's in Rebels, but I know you don't know exactly what capacity. During a panel for like Season 1 of Rebels, right? Dave Filoni, like underneath his blazer or something like that, or not even underneath his blazer, he's wearing like a shirt that just says Ahsoka, because everyone had to sing hashtag Ahsoka lives, or he was wearing a shirt that said Ahsoka lives ? He was wearing that the whole panel. Everyone's like, what does that mean? And then something happens, the lights go off. And then when they go off, they come back on, and no one caught it. It changed to ! Like he took it off as like a subliminal, like not subliminal, but like a message to people. So people were like, "Oh my god!" You know, they didn't know until after they saw the video. Go, he changed shirts. She's live. I thought it's cool that he did that. Yeah. I mean, I know you know she lives, but there was a lot of.
Well, back there, you're going through it.
Yeah, when you're going through it and the show just gets canceled, it's like, wow, this is like. Even people didn't like the prequels, like the Clone Wars. Like, why'd you cancel that, Disney? And they were like, you know, you can't say Mustafar for Rogue One, and you know, they had all this stuff, and then it come to find out, a lot of people did want that stuff, maybe a better version of it, but they did want that into their storytelling interwoven, right? Yeah. So you know, of course, we got Ahsoka and stuff like that. We got Hayden back. We got an adult version of Ahsoka, but no, I just thought that was really cool. I don't know where I'm going with this, but we got one.
I agree. It's just a story about Star Wars lore and about Ahsoka, and like where this last season has been a bookend on something that was basically left hanging.
Yeah, when you're left hanging, like I was like for like 10 years, it's like, oh, and then like Rebels, kind of like, oh, it's kind of like a sequel series. Mm-hmm. They like Dave like when he didn't have the power that he did, he started getting a little more power within Lucasfilm because he was just like, oh, you're George's lackey, and you're like trash that we inherited when we bought the company. Like you'll get you can do Rebels, but you're not allowed to do this. It has to be like the old trilogy, you know. And then like you saw that he started like pushing his characters from Clone Wars into the show.
Yeah.
And then he kind of started doing that with the Mandalorian. You know what I mean? I don't think he's been too pushy. I think the Mandalorian needs to stay the Mandalorian, but I've been happy with the little bits we've gotten.
Yeah.
You know, as long as like I want Ahsoka to be Ahsoka, I want the Mandalorian to stay the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't got anything else. We got one more of this arc, and then we start the end. Yeah, we're out here.
Later.